this series. First pitch swinging is Kyle Walker, but will foul it to the second deck here behind the Utes dugout on the right side. Kyle Walker today, 2 for 3, couple doubles, couple runs scored, a fly out, and a walk. His 5th plate appearance here in the top of the 8th. Next one on Walker, and he chops one foul to the right side.
Quickly 0-2 against one of the better Sun Devil hitters this series. 2 doubles to open up the game, a 4-pitch walk, and then a fly ball to Carpenter in the 6th inning. But the dangerous thing for the Utes is you're going to have the heart of the Sun Devil order up in the 9th.
Here's the next pitch, and that one misses inside. Nearly got him. Walker does stand pretty close to the plate, tried to get that inside corner on an 0-2 count. That's the worst feeling as a pitcher when you have a batter 0-2 and then hitting a batter, but luckily for Dylan Fine, that wasn't the case. The 1-2, and there's a ground ball base hit up the middle. Into center field it goes, and Kyle Walker, his 3rd hit of the afternoon.
Well, if hitting a guy in an 0-2 is a terrible feeling, allowing a single right back up the middle is pretty close up there for a pitcher. And luckily, Walker just standing on first. That's what I'm talking about when I say more flexibility. You have the ability to give up, this single, and you're still in a good spot. Just one out away, a pop fly, a fly ball, ground ball, whatever it is that you need to get that out. You don't have to force a K.
So here's Landon Hairston, the aggressive hitter, but takes outside on the heater 1-0. Hairston today, 1 for 3. He has been on base twice, a hit by pitch that he later came around to score in the 3rd, and an RBI single in the 4th. 1-0 to the freshman. And Hairston punches that foul down the left field line and out of play.
I'm not sure if ASU is struggling to read out of the hand of Fine, but they've been late on a lot of these fastballs. Walker caught up to one and sent it right up the middle, but to open it up, Ryan was late, Briggs was late. That's why he popped out, and Walker was late to begin his at-bat.
1-1 to Hairston. He's late again, another heater. That one was a little less late, but still down that left field line, trying to go the other way.
So you talked about it, less late. You cannot go back to it in the zone. It has to be elevated near his chest, or it has to be an off-speed pitch here. But you cannot throw that fastball over the plate and in the zone.
1-2 count to Hairston. They're going to check on him at first. And Allen, as a hitter, a 1-2 count, you've seen back-to-back fastballs. Usually in a 1-2-0-2 count, the breaking ball's coming, but what do you throw here if you're fine?
I think you have to go with the off-speed, or you can elevate a fastball and try and catch him sleeping, but a backdoor slider or a curveball, a 12-6 that hits the plate, it has to hit the plate, or you've got a guy who's already working on a fastball who can just take a second and then swing away.
So pickoff attempt over there at first, but now Fine gets his sign. Lifts his leg and delivers the 1-2, and Hairston goes the other way into left, sinking line drive coming on, and can't make the grab is Jake Long. Going all the way to 3rd is Kyle Walker. You got to credit his base running, didn't stop and went all the way, and Hairston with his 2nd hit of the game.
Looked like a good opportunity for Long to try and make that catch in left field. Really the first play from the Utes we've seen anything close to a defensive miscue today. Hairston got a single from it, but a chance to put that one in the glove, but a good job by Long to keep it in front of him and keep a run from scoring. Now you have no flexibility. If you're Dylan Fine, you have to get this guy out. You still don't have to get it through a strikeout, but you need an out here.
So here's Contreras with runners on the corner. First pitch swinging just to the right of us here in the booth. So it hits the sweet here to our right. Almost got one there, Alan.
I'm going out to catch it if I see it come back. Or at least keep it in the seats right in front of us. I don't want it going down to that second deck.
0-1 count here to Contreras. Here's the 0-1. And he lines one up the middle, base hit into right field. Scoring as Walker, 1st to 3rd goes Hairston. And an RBI single for Contreras.
I don't know if Hairston was stealing on that or if he just had a big secondary lead, but the second baseman Rolig had come towards the bag for a throw, and That's the reason that one got through. If it was a hit and run, a beautiful execution by the Sun Devils.
Yeah, especially with 2 outs and runners on the corners, and obviously as a hit and run situation, you don't want to hit in the air, either a line drive or on the ground, but most of the time you want to keep it on the ground. But just a really good swing by Contreras, collecting his first hit of the afternoon. 7-4 now, Devils lead here in the top half of the 8th, and we're right back to where we just had it. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. Jacob Tobias will stand in, 2 for 4, double and a single, 2 runs scored. He fouls the fastball off to the left side.
I think the Utes are too late in getting an arm in the bullpen because now you're facing Tobias and Compton, the 2 lefties. You've got a righty on the mound. You feel like you have to pitch him for these next 2 guys, and there are people, Compton and Tobias, love to eat fastballs for dinner.
0-1 to Tobias, and again, late, almost same spot. Oh, a fan almost had that play off the bare hand there. Same fan almost had 2 balls in a row.
I don't know if I'd try and barehand a Jacob Tobias foul ball. I think that's one I'd let hit the wall and try and play it off. Or bring a glove. Probably the smart decision. 0-2, and Tobias again late on the heater. That one more toward down the left field line. Just means he's catching up to it, and I don't know if Fine has less confidence in his other pitches, if he doesn't like the way his changeup moves or whatever it may be, but seriously have to go to it here. You're up 0-2. You cannot have another 2-strike count result in a hit.
Arizona State looking for another run. 0-2 to Tobias, up and away for ball 1. Easily going to steal second is going to be New Contreras. And Hairston stays put at third. So Arizona State now runners at second and third with 2 away. And Utah Utes trying to get out of this jam here in the top half of the 8th. 7-4, Arizona State lead it here in the top of the 8th.
No fastball here if you're Fine.
1-2 to Tobias. He lines one up the middle, base it into center field. A pair of runs will come in. Tobias does it again with 2 outs. Levin out of the gun. Kyson Brown the lone back. Play action. Levin a deep drop. Looking, throws it over the middle. Caught! A first down and more to the 50 into BYU territory. Still going across down to the 30. Jordan Tyson, the number 1 wide receiver for the Devils. A huge gain for ASU.
An unreal effort by Tyson, and this crowd is going wild for a reason. Just able to mimic through the defense and just able to Tyson slice his way through the secondary. We knew that the secondary and Tyson was going to be a battle to watch, considering how great this Cougar secondary has been all season long. And for the first time today, Tyson winning the battle huge for 54 yards.
2 catches now for 64 yards for Jordan Tyson. Talked about last week, 176 career high last week. Levin out of the gun here, hands it off to Scattaboo to the right side. Well played there as he's able to just get it past the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like Scattaboo nearly lost the ball for a moment as referees on both sides pulled the blue flag indicating a fumble. But it looks like Scattaboo at least got back on top of it. First time we've seen today as we saw a punching of the ball out. Great job of this BYU defense just putting pressure for the first time we've seen today on Scattaboo.
8:02 to play here in the second quarter. 2nd and 10 for ASU at the BYU 29. Jumbo pack in the backfield for the Devils. Jordan Tyson, the motion man to the left. It goes to Tyson to the left side, caught on the screen, and gets hit immediately right to the 25-yard line.
The key thing now, it's 3rd and 6. You obviously still have that 1 possession lead. If you're Arizona State, you got to get this third down, because the big thing is that you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're debating between going for it on 4th down and the field goal kicking unit, which has been so questionable for the Maroon and Gold all season.
7:22 here in the second quarter. ASU with a touchdown lead, 7-0. Sam Levitt hyping up the crowd. 3rd and 6 at the BYU 25. Drops back to pass. Pressure in his face. Slings it out left side. Caught for Tyson. Another reception, and they're going to mark it just a yard short. They're going to say that he stepped out. They're going to have it at the 20-yard line, and it'll set up a 4th and 1.
That's a huge call. Tyson probably just wasn't aware. He leaned down and forward of the ball last minute as Logan Lutui, who is normally a defensive lineman, was playing in coverage almost basically against Tyson. Not a smart move from a scheme standpoint, but Dillingham not bringing out the kicking unit. Once again rolling the dice here on 4th and 1.
4th and 1. Dillingham continuing to be aggressive on his play calling all season long. It goes a quarterback sneak to Levitt, and he's got the first down. Up to the 18-yard line. ASU with a fresh set of downs inside the red zone.
And that's just great instinct by Levitt. He's just able to get through that guard center pole and able to just really take advantage. He just easily notices it, and you can see on the replay a wide open hole that he easily takes advantage of. Just easy decision making there by Sam Levitt. And now if you're Arizona State, you feel somewhat comfortable, possibly even bringing out the kicking unit. But as we mentioned earlier, against this team, you don't want 3 points, you want 6.
6:05 to play in the second quarter. 1st and 10 at the BYU 18. Levitt audibles. Scatterbo moves to the left side of Levitt in the backfield. Levitt drops back to pass. Blitz. And it's picked up. He runs and scrambles and gets it just to about the 12-yard line. So a good pocket awareness from Levitt scrambling and gets a 6-yard gain.
Once again, the BYU defensive line trying to create any sign of pressure. Blake Mangelson, the defensive tackle, just trying to at least get through the blocking of Ben Coleman and Lee Fontenot, but Levitt able to recognize it, see the open grass, and just go up midfield, just get any yards as possible. He's not typical with sliding. He's trying to get better at that.
2nd and 4, 5:20 to play in this first half. Levitt slings it out quick, caught by Tyson on the screen. He's got blockers, plunges forward for the first down. They're going to mark him inside the 5, tackled by Isaiah Glasker. And ASU will have it 1st and goal.
And the key now that you're in 1st and goal territory again. If you're Marcus Arroyo and you're this play calling group, what do you decide to do? You give it to Scatterbo, give him the bell count, give him another opportunity for another touchdown, or do you let Levitt experiment and try to get at least another 6 points in another way? See what they decide to do here.
Tyson one-on-one up top. Guillory one-on-one at the bottom. Levitt just throws a fade, end zone, incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag on the turf.
Jacob Robinson, 0 versus 0 on the one-on-one coverage. And Robinson, just great coverage. I think some ASU fans were looking for pass interference there, but Robinson kept his eyes on the ball. I don't personally, in my opinion, Jayce, I don't think that's pass interference. That's just great defense.
Yeah, it's great defense, and here with 4:34 to play, ASU now has it 2nd and goal at the 4. Scatterbo there, the lone back in the backfield. ASU, couple receivers to the left of Sam Levitt.
Jordan Tyson again, one-on-one this time on the near sideline against Mark Collins.
ASU trying to punch it in, 2nd and goal. It's a handoff to Scatterbo to the right side, he's in! Touchdown, Sun Devils! Scatterbo again, number 13, rushing touchdowns on the season. Back here for the post-game power with another victory, 15-0 this season, a 6-3 final against the San Diego Waves. Here with the player of the game, Austin Haller. Austin, 3 for 5, a home run as well, your 2nd extra base hit of the season, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a stolen base. Now, I don't know if you know this, your home run, 99 off the bat and 380 feet. What was your reaction when you saw it leave the yard?
I was just trying to look for a good pitch to hit, and I got one and just tried to put a good swing. And, off the sound of the bat, felt really good, and didn't know if it was going to get out, but I'm glad it did.
Now, this team is continuing to score first in ball games. They've done it now in 12 out of the 13 home games this season. How are you guys able to just get out to a fast start and just let your pitching kind of take care of it from there?
It kind of starts with our pitching, throwing up zeros in the first inning, but we just try to be aggressive, attack early in the count, and just try to score first because that really helps.
And how have you been so successful as far as finding hits? Hit leader now with power, 25 on the season and 51 at bats. What's been working for you really all summer?
I just trying to stick to my approach, kind of just look for good pitches to hit and not really chase out of the zone, and just try to put good swings.
And Kyle Mosley out of the pen tonight, 4 2/3 was huge out of the pen after Carson Olsen got pulled.
What is it like to see when you're obviously playing behind him, a pitcher coming out of the bullpen and is able to give your team some length?
Oh yeah, it fires us up. For him to come out and throw more than he expected to, it's huge for our team. And if more guys can do that, then I think we'll be in a pretty good spot.
That will be all for the postgame show. Jayce Cicinelli, player of the game, Austin Haller, power on top, 6'3".